Sussman here, and welcome back to Bette's Diner. The ever-evolving, ever-improving Bette's Diner. Wait till you see what we got today. My guest today, oh my lord. Put your seatbelts on, folks. My guest today made his Broadway debut next to who? Liza Minnelli. And Liza's at the Palace, which also won a Tony Award for special event in 2009. My guest won 6, not 5, not 4, not 3, 6 Mac Awards. 2 Backstage Bistro Awards for all of his sold out shows in all the rooms around town. Birdland, the Algonquin, the Russian Tea Room, CBGB's, Kenny's No, I'm joking about that. He never played CB's or Kenny's Castaways. Okay. He's got a few albums. Swing Set. He's got a record that he made with Billy Stritch, which, what's it called?
Live and
in Person with Billy Stritch. He's written for a number of publications. And he has a radio show on 100.3 called New York Minute. I'm not done. For the past 17 years, my guest has hosted the biggest school night party in New York City with the greatest talent and some of the biggest names in show business on Monday night at Birdland. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, he is the host of the cast party at Birdland, Jim Caruso.
Sitting alone in your room, come to hear the music play.
You are insane. What is happening?
Do you not know that I'm insane?
Well, I'm learning it.
Would you like to speak into
Hi,
it?
how
Doesn't
are
matter.
you? That is
Okay. Come on to my this side.
It's like a shower mic.
Come to my this side.
Oh, you have a good side?
Well, yes. I do.
Yeah. In fact, yes.
So,
Hi.
this is Jim Caruso. This is the man behind that evening. I mean, I'm telling you folks, this is not like your average night in town.
That's
It's
correct.
an incredible night of music. I mean, how did you start that?
It's the damnedest thing. I was doing press for a nightclub here in town, and I had left show business, and show business was furious.
I'll bet.
Oh,
I'm a little angry right now, thinking that you would even make a move like
I was
that.
doing press releases for drink specials and stuff. It was just awful. And I decided to throw a party one night. And Billy Stritch was at the piano. We've been friends for 38 years. Incredible musical director and pianist.
And you decided to throw this party at Birdland?
No. This was before Birdland. This
Oh, okay.
was at a club called the King Kong Room. So we threw this party. Everybody sang around the piano till the wee hours, like you do, in MGM movies. And it was a blast. And the next day, the club called and said, "Would you do that every Monday?" I said, "No. What? No, that's
What's
insane.
in it for me?"
Why would I? Thank you. Yeah, right. Still waiting. And they said, "No, let's try it." We did it, and people came. And that's 18 years ago. And we've been at Birdland for 17 years. He called and he said, "I hear you got something going on Mondays." And I said, "Yes, Mr. Jazz Man. Why would you care about my little Broadway escapade?" And he said, "Why don't you come in?" So we sat down. I thought it was a long shot because I thought this iconic jazz room, what do they want with my little party? And we sat down in a corner table, and while we were talking, he was flicking lint off the tablecloths and just.
There's no lint on my table, by the way. This is just he's acting.
No, he was so kind of specific about how he wanted his room, and I thought, oh, we're going to get along because I'm a little anal retentive.
Are you a little OCD?
Yeah. So he offered me Mondays. And he said, "But if you're going to do Mondays, you're going to do every effing Monday." And I was like, I've been waiting for that my whole life.
Right.
And so we started it there. It's an open mic night.
I mean, I respect anybody that has the nerve to get up on a stage.
I'm with you. And I think that's one reason why.
I may leave the room while they're up there, but I don't respect them for getting up there.
Right. Well, that's one good thing about Cast Party is whether it's Liza Minnelli, who we just heard, or the lady who wrote an original song about her feet. everybody gets the same respect from the audience. Everybody gets the same applause.
Yeah.
It's a positive experience for everyone. I'm actually really proud of that. That it's not snarky and bitchy, and I mean that happens later at the diner.
Okay. And the rest is history. You've been there ever
the rest is my history. It changed my life. I don't go to open mic nights. It just, I don't know if I would go to my open mic night. And until I heard that Billy Stritch was at the piano, and that I have this great trio, that the room is perfect, the drinks are great, the food's good, the sound is great, the piano's good. It's like everything kind of came together for me.
So we would like to just say thank you to you, Jim Caruso, for creating the cast party, because it's such a fun night, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're gonna cook.
I don't like the way that
Jim Caruso doesn't cook at all. So this is one of those shows where I'm gonna teach Jim Caruso how to make a simple roast chicken. So here's the food that Jim Caruso loves to eat and will cook for all of us today. His comment was, "Are you gonna put your hand in there?"
Well,
and I believe what he was referring to was,
you're gonna show them, don't? That's
in
rude.
there.
That's inappropriate. Don't look.
Listen.
Avert your eyes.
If you're gonna cook, if you're gonna eat something and cook it, have to be able to see it in its rawest state.
No, you don't.
No, you do. Really, really.
No.
Okay. So
I'm the
we
anti-cooking.
We have an organic chicken.
Beautiful.
Okay. This is a basic roast chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so simple to make. It just needs a little bit of guts, which you clearly don't have. Okay. Okay. So we're going to use a lemon, of which we're going to wash.
Oh.
Because it's
I would have done that.
Because it's going to go inside of the chicken.
Like literally inside?
Literally inside of the chicken. Okay.
That seems inappropriate.
Well, everything is going to go inside of the chicken because it's going to flavor it from the inside out.
I get it. Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I do.
Good. Okay. So, just wanted to know.
She thinks I'm mentally deranged.
Okay, so we're going to use a clove of garlic.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take some herbs. You can basically take what you have. If you have any herbs in your house, I had some thyme. And I went out. I had a little time.
I had a lot of time.
I had a little time.
Yeah.
And then I went out and I bought a little rosemary, which Jim thought was pine.
Well, it
He
looks
said,
like
"Oh, it smells like pine."
Well,
no, it doesn't.
Is there pine chicken? That wouldn't be good, would it?
Oh, that's an interesting. We could make a
something
cookbook,
Christmassy.
A cookbook all your own. Pine chicken with Jim Caruso. Okay, so here's how it goes. We need salt.
Oh, I have that spice.
You have salt in your house?
Yes.
Incredible. Okay. You are going to help me, but you have to be prepared to touch this chicken.
Okay.
Do you want gloves?
No, I'm good.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the skin and I'm going to pull it apart a little bit. I'm going to take it and
just like me in the morning.
So, we're going to take some olive oil. Just gonna. Okay.
Yes.
See what I'm doing? I'm lathering it up.
Yeah.
I'm greasing it up. You're familiar with this, right? Okay. So. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. Just wanted to be a part of it.
No, I'm gonna now season liberally. Chicken, you can't really put too much salt in chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna season really well. Gotta season everything because if you don't season it, it doesn't taste good.
Right.
Would you like to give it some pepper?
Yes.
Do you
All right.
Come on, baby. Woo! Beautiful.
Where are you from?
By the way, speaking of which, where are you from?
I was born in Pittsburgh and lived in Dallas for many years.
No kidding.
So but I've been here since 1990. So when did you move here?
Like 1976.
Oh, you really got the good New York.
Thank you, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take this is a funny thing I'm gonna do with this with this lemon. I'm gonna put holes in it.
Oh, to make it...
With a fork.
To make it the juice?
So make it the juice to come out of the fork.
That's my
You roll
Italian.
it, you make it the juice come out. Okay. And then, what you're gonna do...
I could have done that.
I know. I told you, this is not hard.
Right.
It's just a little time consuming, but it's not hard. All right.
It's a little
time
consuming.
consuming. Yeah, listen, that joke never goes old in this house. The time jokes? No, we keep the time jokes going. Now, what we're going to do
That
is...
is an unpleasant visual. Right
It's
there.
not, though. If
It's-
you love to eat it, it's not. I'm
Okay.
putting salt in the cavity.
I'm doing it.
Perfect.
It's going right in.
Perfect. Yeah, see, I'm holding it open nicely for you. Okay,
Mhm.
now we're going to take the lemon. We're going to
Yeah.
stick the lemon in.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. And then we're going to take this... Oh, I'll leave some of these out so I can just strew them across. I'm going to take this rosemary. I'm just going to stuff it in there.
Mhm.
I'm going to take this thyme, and I'm just going to stuff it in there.
Mhm.
Any herbs that you have, if you have parsley at home, whatever you have, oregano, fresh, whatever you have, you can use. Okay, now we're going to season from
Oh my
above.
gosh, I can.
Oh, we're going to
Salt.
season on this side.
Oh, I see.
We seasoned the bottom,
Right, right.
but you got to season this side. You got to also get in there. Shh, don't tell anybody. But you got to get it in there too. Okay, now I'm going to take just some cooking twine or any kind of this is string, and I just take
Floss.
floss. No, I wouldn't use floss. Floss,
Minty.
not such a good idea. Okay, watch this.
Oh.
This is my little stupid method. You know, it's just my method.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that anybody else does it this way. And then
Oh,
I
that
just...
makes sense.
So if you tie it together, it just enables the chicken to cook more evenly.
Okay.
And then you'll see I'm going to tuck these wingtips underneath.
Ooh.
There's always one that just doesn't want to go. And you know, if it doesn't want to go, I don't fight it. I just let it go. Okay,
I mean,
now...
he's been through a lot already.
He's been through a lot
It's
already.
not a good day for this person.
So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take... You can cook a chicken in anything. You don't need a roasting pan. You know, you can cook it in anything. I'm gonna choose to cook, I have this big saute pan. I'm gonna cook it in there.
Nice. When did you start cooking?
You know when I started cooking? When I was about 16, my mom broke her leg and she was confined to a wheelchair. And I was the designated cooker. Okay, so now we're gonna wait for we're not ready yet, so let's talk. Let's
Okay.
chat.
Okay.
Oh, you know what we can do? We can throw a few of these on here.
Sure.
No, we don't need any more pepper, but that's good. You can take some of that and throw it on just to have some,
Oh, I want to do that.
yeah.
I've
Oh, you
seen-
know how to do that.
I see Martha Stewart.
I'll see Martha and raise you, Martha.
Uh-huh.
So, did you ever, was there anybody in your household a good cook?
Yes, my mother was a very good cook, and my dad, the Italian side of my family, the Carusos, taught her how to really cook the Italian stuff, and she was a very, very good cook. Well, I think it was very basic.
What did she make that you remember?
You know, she made a great pot roast. She did a great, ham at Easter.
Okay, so your mom was the cook, and she cooked this stuff like...
She did, and I never learned to cook because she was so good. She was also a great piano player, which is why I never learned to play the piano, because she was there. I didn't have to. So I sang, she played.
Oh, so it didn't inspire you. See, my mother was a piano... My mother
know.
took piano... I took my first 5 piano lessons with the teacher that my mom studied with as a kid.
Oh, man.
Her name was Hetty Spielter. She was this old German woman, and I took 5 lessons, and she died.
But
Do you think I killed her?
You were... But you were doing classical stuff, right?
All classical.
Yeah.
I did nothing but classical for many, many years.
Right.
Now, what about acting? Did you act in high school and stuff?
I did everything that I could think of that was like show business.
When you were like a musical theater geek, you just wanted to be in show. Was it show business that you wanted to do?
I wanted to entertain. It was never my goal to be the best singer. That worked out. To be the best.
There's no disparaging self-deprecation on Bette's Diner.
I'm just saying.
Do I look fat? No.
That was not my goal, to be a fine singer or a fine actor. I wanted to entertain people. I wanted to make them laugh. I wanted to be like Dick Van Dyke and Carol Burnett, those people that we grew up watching and loving, and that were just, they did a little of everything.
Right.
And that was, even into college and stuff, that's what I wanted. And it's hard to it's hard to do that when you're in a theater school and they want you to learn, you're doing Medea or something. That's not entertaining. I just wanted to.
So did you do stuff on the side? Did you like produce shows?
Oh yeah, I was doing shows, and I put an act together with my mother. Yeah.
Get out.
I swear it was. Yes. Yeah. It was because she played great.
Oh, I had an act with my mother too.
You did?
No.
Oh.
Not
no,
at
this
all.
was.
My act with my mother was, Bette, when are you going to do something about your hair? Shut up, Mom. That was our act. Okay.
That was it. No, this act was my mother at the piano. I was singing.
Amazing.
The act was called "Son of a Bitch."
Not
even
it was
kidding.
not.
So serious.
Oh, I
And
love that so much.
We played fish restaurants
Don't
in
mind.
Dallas.
Why only fish restaurants?
Well, that's who I was. Happy hours. It was terrible.
Why only fish restaurants had happy hours in Dallas?
That's evidently.
Really? Like
Terrible.
steakhouses?
It was terrible because she could only play ballads, so it was, it was very dull.
Well,
But I had a tuxedo. She bought me a sound system. I said, I think I need a sound system for this. So she bought me a sound system.
that's so sweet
She
though.
was
I love
incredibly
family
supportive.
stories.
And then I fired her.
Did you really?
Because I needed upbeat tunes.
I have another question I want to ask you. Okay, so you were the founder of a vocal trio
Oh, yeah.
called Wise Guys.
That's correct. That's correct.
Now, tell me about Wise Guys.
Wise guy. Well,
Because I don't know. I mean, I didn't know about Wise Guys until I did my research on Jim Caruso.
Yes, I worked with as a duo for a long time after I fired my mother, and then I heard a group called Gotham. You knew Gotham.
Did I?
They were here in New York. They opened for Bette a couple times. The other
Bette.
The other Bette.
Thank you.
And they played Carnegie Hall.
She's
They were
pretty good.
they were a vocal trio, but they were very funny, very campy in the day. And I heard that, and it changed everything for me. We put this group together, and we started playing in clubs in Texas and Little Rock, Arkansas, and all kinds of places. And then we started working in New York, and opened for Liza, opened for Joan Rivers, for Cheetah, all the people that you know.
I'm going to
opened
put a
for.
little lemon on it just for giggles.
Oh, that's nice.
Because why not? We have
the
lemon in
potatoes
it.
are lemon, right?
I'm trying to keep the lemon together.
Yeah,
trying
that's good.
We have a theme because
This looks very nice.
It does. It doesn't look so terrible. After looking at it and
No, once you tie
being
it up
so
and you don't have
horrified.
to look in there.
well, yeah. I guess it's a little bit daunting for some folks, but some folks like to get away.
Oh, sing it.
Okay, well, we're ready now with this beautiful chicken, which is already dressed and trussed and stuffed. Has got plenty of pepper on it, thanks to Jim Caruso, and we're going to put it in the oven now. Okay, here we go. Shall you open that for me?
Oh, look at me cooking.
Oh my God, Jim Caruso is cooking.
No sweaters in there.
No
No
sweaters,
sweaters in
there.
your oven.
Okay, we're gonna put it in the middle rack, and we're putting it we are cooking it at a really high temperature, 450 degrees, and I'm gonna set the timer for 55 minutes. I'm gonna check it in 55 minutes. Now, I want to get back to talking about
Yeah.
Wise Guys.
Oh, it was a really fun, upbeat act.
It doesn't exist anymore?
No.
Okay. Now, do you think that if the Wise Guys
Yes.
went to the White House to play right now, do you think the irony would be lost on them?
Can you even imagine? Can you imagine?
And ladies and gentlemen, the Wise Guys are here to play for you, Wise Guys.
Silence. No, we did go to the White House. We sang for Clinton and his first state dinner.
Let's talk about that.
That was thrilling. And
wait a minute.
you've met him too.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, like you and I have so much in common right now, right? You tell me about your Bill Clinton, and I'll tell you about my Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I was asked to be a part of the first Clinton inaugural celebration. We did a Broadway Goes to Washington show hosted by Lauren Bacall. It was the three of us and Barbara Cook and Cheetah Rivera and Rita
Wow.
Moreno and
Wow.
Linda Lavin
You and the
Joel
bitches.
Gray.
Oh.
No, it was fantastic. I was in heaven. Who else was in that? Lots of great people. So that was thrilling. and then we were invited to the White House a few months later for his first state dinner.
Oh, were you?
Oh, puff puff. And it was all.
Did you eat or just perform?
No, we ate.
Oh, what'd they serve?
It was chicken.
See, chicken is safe.
It was a roast chicken.
It was.
Yeah.
With lemon potatoes?
I believe so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
See, we have so much in common. It's so
very
ironical.
But of course we met him, and we met Mrs. Clinton at the same time, who was in the Donna Karan cold shoulder dress. Remember when she wore that? It got a lot of press because it was very kind of modern and.
No,
Oh,
I don't
anyway.
remember. I don't,
Okay.
honestly, I have to say that I don't really remember that many of Hillary Clinton's dresses.
Well, but this is the one that actually got some press.
Oh, okay, good.
Because it wasn't a pantsuit.
Oh.
Anyway.
Was she wearing pantsuits back then too? Or did she wear dresses?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Write in and let us know. But I do remember meeting him, and I remember meeting her and saying, "We're so thrilled to be here." And she said, "Can you even imagine how thrilled we are?" And that was touching. And we were all wearing our red ribbons for Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS at the time. And she put her hand over my red ribbon and said, "And thank you for that." I mean, it was just a lovely, simple moment I'll never forget. He is like meeting the Easter Bunny. It's like
He's the nicest guy, right?
the nicest, but so compelling and so dynamic. I guess that's what those people, that's their thing.
Well, he's
But-
just so smart
And so smart and so charming.
and charismatic. It's
Yeah.
truly, he's a star. That guy.
But I
is-
do remember the women in our group were like, whew, because when he takes a lady's hand, then, I don't know what it's like now, magical things happen. He really looks right into your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's quite a lady killer.
Do you have proof that you did this?
I do.
Where's the proof?
I have a picture.
Where is it?
I don't carry it with me.
Okay, well, I have proof of mine. Okay, so here's
I have one of these.
of course you do, because it was a state dinner.
Yeah.
We all get them. Okay, this is, and I mean, this just really thrills me because I was a big fan of I'm a huge fan of Bill Clinton. But this was the state dinner welcoming Mr. Nelson Mandela
Wow.
after he was released from prison. And this was Tuesday, October 4th, 1994. And I got to perform there with my boss at the time, the incredible Whitney Houston. And it was just Ricky Minor, Kirk Whalum, me, and Michael Baker on drums. We performed Love's in Need of Love Today, People, Tomorrow, and The Greatest Love of All. And
Oh, God.
for like 75 people, right? It's
Yeah.
like in that, it's not a lot of people there for
No,
where the
it's
performances are.
intimate.
It's super intimate, and it's kind of incredible. It really is kind of incredible.
Did you?
Let's just say,
I feel something coming
let's
up.
just say, for instance, like you had a Monday night show
Mm-hmm.
that was terrible. Like you didn't have one good singer the whole night.
Right.
And the cabaret police came in,
We know something now. Is that a thing?
handcuffed you and
Yes.
took you to prison and
Yes.
sentenced you to death.
Mm-hmm.
And you were on death row. What would your last meal be?
I'm gonna say a delightful lasagna
Delightful lasagna.
with some tomatoes and prosciutto and basil.
as a starter,
Yeah.
or with
Yeah.
mozzarella.
Yeah.
I like that. What about a cocktail?
I don't drink.
At all?
No,
Did you ever?
not so much.
Oh wow.
I'm not. Yeah.
What's your vice?
I'm a sugar. I have a lot of sugar issues. A sugarholic. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You know what I did last night? I bought a box of dots on my way home from Birdland, and I ate an entire huge box of dots.
Dots?
Dots.
Are those like the
Yeah.
jelly? The
No, it's terrible.
Don't they hurt your
Yeah.
teeth? Dots. That's you being bad. Dots. There's not even like a chocolate or a sprinkle. It's a.
I don't mind a sprinkle.
I have a feeling that Mr. Caruso and I could go on forever.
And have.
And incredibly enough, this is like the first time that he's been in my kitchen.
Never, well, in anybody's kitchen.
That's
Really?
true. So I guess like
I'm
out of
exhausted.
all the people in New York, I'm the blessed one.
I'm
All right,
exhausted
let's
from
just
the
see.
cooking.
Let's just. I know you look Like there's a little sweat. Here, let me get your brow. I'm going to check the timer.
Oh, okay.
See how we're doing here?
Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, we're doing really good.
Oh, getting close.
Okay, so we're going to sing.
What?
What?
How
Did I tell you that?
How
Did I even tell you that we were singing?
Let's do it.
Let's do a song.
I'm excited to sing with you. Are
Oh
you
my
kidding?
God, we've never done that.
Never.
Here we go.
Mm.
You know what one of my favorite movies was?
What's that?
Wizard of Oz.
I mean, it doesn't get old, does it? Do I need to be using this mic? Maybe?
I like it though.
Okay.
I think we're going to do a song from the Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Huh?
You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the light.
Oh God.
Follow the yellow brick road.
You just gave me another flashback.
Completely.
Okay, here we go. Finally had a break.
Okay.
All right, why
Okay.
not?
I've heard of that.
hey.
I can't believe I'm singing with you. This is exciting.
I can't believe I'm singing with you. I mean, I'm playing with you.
That's Sussman. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching. If I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking, I could be another Lincoln if I only, if I had a brain. I could tell you why the ocean is near the shore. I could think of things I never thunk before, and then I'd sit, think some more. I'd not be just a nothing, my head all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. I'd dance and be merry, life would be a ding-a-dairy if I only, it's a good thing, if I had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean is near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before, and then I'd sit and think some more. Not be just a nothing, my head full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. But at last I could love you and be even worthy of you if I only, if I only had a brain.
Great.
Tim Caruso!
That's Sussman!
Okay, so now, because we're here to cook too.
Oh, right.
I can cook too.
On top of
Yeah, but that's
that.
enough.
Oh.
We're gonna go and cook some potatoes to go with our chicken, yo. Lemon potatoes. Lemon potatoes.
That was my drag name in the 80s.
Was it really?
Lemon potatoes.
Really?
Yes,
That's incredible.
Thursdays.
You know, there's so much I'm learning about you today that I did not know.
Sure.
Okay, so I just checked on the chicken. It's not even an hour and that thing's done. So, and it's got a nice color on it.
God, it's beautiful.
It's gonna be crispy and delicious. So, but we're gonna let that sit because you want. What happens when what you do when you let it sit? If you don't just carve right into it.
I mean, I hear people say that,
Okay,
but
so
I
the
don't
reason.
know what that means.
Okay, the reason is that if you carved right into it, the juices would all come out. Okay, if you leave it and you let it rest, the juices get reabsorbed into the food, which is what makes
Makes it
juicy chicken.
delicious. He said,
What's that sound
What's that
I
mean?
hear? That
What's it mean?
means that the potatoes are done. Okay, so
yes,
here's what we're gonna do now.
lemon potatoes.
Lemon potatoes. We're gonna take the potatoes, the potatoes. I'm gonna put them back in the pot, and that little water is gonna, here. You're gonna help me with this.
Oh, good. Cooking.
You're gonna cook.
I think I've been an unbelievable assistant.
Incredible. So we're just gonna go in there and like kind of cut
We're
the
going to come in
potatoes.
half.
Do you want to taste it for
I was
seasoning?
just going to say.
Here, you want to taste the purple one?
Yeah. So good.
Are they good?
Uh-huh. You taste it and see what you think.
I'm going to. Oh my god, I love them.
Yeah, that's sitting down in front of friends reruns and eating the whole pan.
Okay, chicken, finito.
It's
Smells great,
really
right?
looks like food.
Okay, so all we do is we take this,
You don't eat that.
no, we don't eat the strings.
Although it's chickeny and flavory.
You don't eat the strings. You could if you want, if you had
Lemony.
nothing else.
Lemony.
Okay, I'm gonna take this lemon out.
Oh, dear Lord. That'd sting.
I don't know why you have such a phobia about the inside of this chicken.
Well, I've not met the inside of a chicken.
I haven't met the inside of a chicken that I didn't like. Okay, I'm gonna take this and
Sorry.
okay, so this right here, I think that we should just cut off a leg
Yeah.
and look at how perfect that is. Juices are running clear,
Yes.
no red, no blood.
Oh, that's your sign.
That's your sign. If the chicken is running clear, now you need to
And
just...
you knew that because you stuck the thermometer in and it said 160, well, no, what did it say?
165.
165.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say we should just taste this right here,
Yeah.
right now. And I think you're getting the first bite.
Oh my God.
Is that too big?
No, it looks gorgeous. It's so good.
Is it?
It's so good.
All right, I want to taste a piece of
I
this
mean,
skin.
really, what would I say? But,
The herbs.
the pine. Piney.
Oh my
It's
god.
like walking in a forest. No, that's really great.
Now you see how It doesn't taste like overly salty. And we put a lot of salt on there
Right.
because it permeates. It's a big chicken.
No, I got it.
Folks,
Wow.
we have just had one of the most delightful afternoons. Roast chicken. You need to make roast chicken because it's hearty, it's comforting, and it's delicious. Okay, so here we are. We've finished. We've had the most delightful afternoon with the fabulous Jim Caruso. We made roast chicken, lemon potatoes, and he's never cooked anything in his life. And he peppered everything.
I did.
So, we had a great time. I love
The best.
I love talking to you.
Oh, I could
a lot
talk.
of information I
This
didn't
is
know.
going to go on all day.
And I hope you guys enjoy this show and enjoy all the shows. And don't forget to hit the little subscribe button below and tell your friends and follow us on Facebook and like us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I can't keep
Like
up with
us
it.
in life.
Hey, just like us. Peace out. Bette's Diner closing out. See ya.